What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 1 week update with the Apple Watch Ultra 2 in satin black and titanium. Oh no, satin black, sorry. So I've been using this watch daily for the past week. It's now a week and 3 days now, or 4 days, because when I upload this, it'll be September 30th. I got this the day of launch. I've been wearing it ever since. Some things, my initial 1 week impressions kind of video. So the way I use this watch is kind of like I put it on around 6:30 to 7:30 in the morning. I don't take it off usually until like 8:30 or 9 p.m. Sometimes a little bit later if I'm walking my dog at like 10 p.m. So that's kind of, I don't sleep with it, so that's what I'm trying to say. I don't use the watch for sleeping or anything like that. I wouldn't find it comfortable. Especially with this band that I have it on is like resin, so it kind of like resin plastic, so it wouldn't feel that comfy to sleep with. I feel like I get used to it, but that's just the way I use the watch. I usually charge it at night, so I wouldn't be able to use it during the night. I guess I could charge it in between or something like that, 30-minute charge here and there. I don't know, but that's just the way I use it. So my 1 week using it, I am pretty blown away. There's a lot of key features that I see that the watch has that I really like. First and foremost, the battery life. I don't want to talk about the battery life too much though, because I made a battery life update already. That was the previous video on the Apple Watch Ultra, I believe. But the battery life is amazing. Coming from an Apple Watch SE first gen, this battery life is insane. 3 to 4 days. 3 days easy, 4 days maybe stretching it out, maybe putting what's it called, low power mode. But yeah, you're not going to be disappointed. Next feature or key feature of the watch that I really like is the screen size. So a lot of people may not like that. That's more like a subjective thing. The 49mm is probably one of the biggest ones. I believe that the new Series 10 is slightly bigger, but like half a millimeter or something like that. They don't really want to say it, but I also believe it's around pretty big screen size. So coming from an Apple Watch SE first gen, which was a 44mm, this screen size is 5mm may not seem a lot, but when you put it on your wrist, you can kind of tell. So everything's a lot smoother. Everything's a lot more vibrant. The screen is amazing. It looks beautiful. The responsiveness. I mean, that was a watch that came out like 5 years ago. So maybe that's why the software was starting to lag a little bit on it, or it wasn't the same feeling compared to the new watch, I guess. Well, I guess to this watch. But I overall have no problems with the screen. I love the big size of it. I don't know how much more bigger they can get without it looking kind of crazy. Because, I mean, I don't know, 49mm is pretty huge. Maybe they can push it to 53 next. I don't know. It'd be like a massive already. This already looks pretty big on my wrist. I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and it takes up a lot of the space. It is a lot of real estate on my wrist. So it is probably the biggest watch I own. And I love it. I love it no matter how big it is. Second, the ruggedness. So I really haven't put this watch through its courses. I mean, I have ran with it. I ran over the past week probably like 8 or 10 miles with it. Not too much, nothing crazy. But in those miles that I ran with it, I don't feel it overheating. I don't feel it like bothering me too much. The difference for some is that the weight. So it is a lot heavier than my previous watches. So I believe that let me do a quick Google search. Apple Watch SE 44mm weight. So the Apple Watch SE first gen is 27.8 grams. Oh no, 33 grams. 33 grams. Apple Watch Ultra 2 weight. Okay, so the weight is 61 point. Hold up. Size and weight. Weight natural and around 61.5 grams. So that is almost double the grams in weight, almost double the weight. And I guess you'll feel it. Like it just depends on what type of band you're using. So the trail loop that it came with, I don't really feel it too much. It doesn't feel that much of a heavier watch, because it's like, this weighs nothing. This is literally nothing. You start putting some of these aftermarket bands or some of the heavier bands, like this is a third-party band that I got on Amazon, and this is like more like a plastic, and it has steel here, so you really start adding some more weight to it. And I like the way that it looks, but the weight is like, it makes a difference. So it is slightly more rugged, and I guess less prone to ripping, I guess, because this is just in the end like fabric. So if like a sharp knife or something, you brush it up against, it will probably rip. Versus like something made out of like straight like plastic or like resin material, like G-Shock material, this is probably not gonna break. And these links right here are made out of steel, I believe, or something like that. I don't know. It feels rugged, but I guess that just depends on your definition of if you would mind having another Apple Watch SE on top of it, on top of the regular weight, like the weight of 2 SE watches on your wrist, which for some might be a lot. And this Apple Watch Ultra 2 only comes in one size, so you really can't maybe get like a 47 millimeter with less weight. You're kind of stuck on it. But I don't really, doesn't really bother me too much. If anything, I have a long heavy workout, switch to the trail loop or whatever. It doesn't matter. The action button. So for me, I've never had the action button. That was a new feature with the Apple Watch Ultra 2. This action button has been really convenient for me. So like, personally, on my complication screen, this isn't the one I use the most. It's this one. So I'll have my timer. I like to time things, my stopwatch. My calculator, I like to be calculating bills, expenses, stuff like that. My battery, I want to know the percentage. Time, of course. The seconds meter around the whole watch. The date, the activity meter, my Nike run, and then my heart. This complication might get swapped out for something else, maybe for a workout or something like that. I don't know, but so far I have the action button as opening the workout app, so I can basically get to any workout that I want immediately just by pressing that button. So for me, that's been really game changing for me. I know I can bind this out to separate. So another thing, if you guys have any suggestions to what I should do it, or I know if you long press or something like that, it'll do different stuff. For me, this is personally just what I've been using it for. So what else can I talk about it? I don't know. I guess my extent with watches have been having a bunch of G-Shocks and Casios. That's probably the highest, I guess, brand of watches that I've gotten to. Like, I've never got a Rolex. I never got anything crazy like that. It's mostly just been Casio, G-Shocks, Timex, maybe one Seiko, stuff like that. It's nothing too crazy. This is probably my most expensive watch piece, and some would say this isn't even a watch. It's like a smartphone or something like that. Because in terms of its lasting ability, I don't know how long it's gonna last. Apple Watch Ultra 2. I know my SE was 5 years old and it was still going good. I believe Series 5 and Series 4 are still going good. It just depends on your battery life. But like those traditional watches, as long as you keep the battery replaced every like 5 to 10 years with some of these Casio watches, you can get that watch running indefinitely. The only thing about that doesn't translate to this is because this has a lithium ion battery on it. That will not happen with this watch, unfortunately. So you're paying $800, and this watch has a countdown on it per se. The good thing is I feel like the battery health on these are kind of crazy, because I have a buddy who has the Apple Watch Ultra 2 also, and he got his last year. And we go over here to the settings, and I seen it with my own eyes. Let's see, general, background app refresh, that's off. Battery right here. I've seen that his battery health after a year is still 100%. So he's had his for almost a year now, and his battery health is still 100%, which is kind of crazy. So if your usage will keep you at 100%, I'll keep this monitored. I'll let you guys know how it is for me personally. But if his has 100% battery in the last year that he's been using it, he's not a heavy user by any means, but he still uses it on day to day, wears it on his wrist. He just doesn't do any of the sport and activity tracking features like that, but he still wears it and charges it every day. So that's kind of what really matters in terms of this test, is that the watch is being charged, depleted, and charged, depleted, and charged, and that's really what affects the battery life. If his is still 100 after 1 year, then I'm confident that it will last at least, I don't know, 6 to 8 years, which is more than enough for me to get my money's worth. If I could get this watch to last me till 2030, I'll be happy. So yeah, overall, 1 weekend with the Apple Watch Ultra 2 Satin Black, my first Apple Watch Ultra, and I am loving it so far. If you guys can get one of these, and if you guys have been thinking about getting one, I then highly recommend it. I really love it. I'm a watch guy. I love wearing my watches. The thing is, I kept buying regular digital and analog watches, like I said, Casio, Timex, anything like that, and I always wore them. I bought them for like 20-30 bucks, wore them for like a couple weeks, and then I was missing all the features that I love about my Apple Watch. So I'd always go back to my Apple Watch SE. So I was like, why not this time get the flagship watch instead, and then just stop buying other watches as well. I need my activity tracking. I love getting my messages on my watch. I love telling the weather. I love using the calculator and the timer. I love tracking my runs and my workouts. So that's just something that I do, and I love doing it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this watch, please let me know down in the comments below. I'll try to answer any questions I have about the watch. If you guys wondering, like, does it feel nice? Is it holding up? Durability wise, I haven't scuffed it or anything like that. I don't think I have. It's been pretty easy. It's been holding up. I haven't had any issues with it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.